Good morning, building principals. Today is March the 7th, 2025. Since we will not be having a face-to-face meeting this month in March, I would like to share the curriculum and instruction, information, updates, and announcements with you in this asynchronous format. Please take the time to review this information that is being provided for you. We are vastly approaching the springtime of the school year, and there are several requirements that we are expected to meet by the district deadlines. We would like to start this presentation by saying a great big thank you for your instructional leadership. Our Do the Math follow-up coaching days, as you see here, from February 18th, 19th, and 20th, those days went exceptionally well for our K-5 math teachers. And again, we want to say thank you for your leadership in ensuring that teachers were in attendance to be trained and coached for this implementation with Do the Math. Here we have our principals checklist. This is a link for you to click on, and you will be able to see the entire list for the month of March. But as seen on the screen, we have highlighted several key things from that checklist for you. First, we want to talk about the principals and assistant principals conducting their 2 Elliott observations each in the month of March. Please ensure that principals and assistant principals in your building understand this information and meet this expectation of 2 Elliott observations in March. Next, we know that ACAP is right around the corner, but please be reminded of the following spring assessments. First, we have the Spring Universal Screener Testing window, which is April the 14th through May the 9th. Then we have the second window for Forefront K-2 early numeracy screeners. That should be completed by May the 9th. So you can start as early as April 14th, but it needs to be completed by May the 9th. Also, third grade cursive handwriting window. That window is May the 5th through May the 9th. And those reports from your third grade teachers are due to central office by May the 9th. A Google link will be shared with your third grade teachers via email, and principals, you will be copied in that email. Please follow up with those teachers and ensure that they have that expectation met by May the 9th. Next, this has already started, but grades 2 through 12 have the Alabama Physical Fitness Assessment, which is March 3rd through May the 9th. Now, the deadline to enter all of this data from everything we've talked about here for the legislative acts, as well as the physical fitness assessment, all that must be entered in PowerSchool, and the deadline for our district is May the 16th. Now, for reading, that is K through 3, and for K through 5, that will be math. Then for grades 2 through 12, we have the physical fitness assessment. There are tabs in PowerSchool for the legislative acts, as well as the fitness. So please be sure that your teachers are aware of these deadlines, and let's work together to ensure that the deadline is met. Next, for high school administrators, you're asked to follow up with your career preparedness teachers to ensure that they are ready for administering the financial literacy exam. The test date is April the 22nd of 2025. This is our first year for this exam. It is an expectation from the Alabama Administrative Code, so we must ensure that this is completed. The test and the process has been communicated with those career preparedness teachers earlier this school term. They should have everything they need, but we're asking you to follow up with them to make sure that they are ready for test day on April the 22nd. Also, this information must be entered in PowerSchool, and the deadline for entering that is May the 2nd, 2025. The instructions for PowerSchool data entry has been shared with your teachers as well as your counselors. So again, that deadline is May the 2nd. Now going back to our Do the Math implementation. We have given flexibility this year with Do the Math. We're expecting each teacher to complete one module by May the 16th, 2025. Please understand that one module consists of 30 lessons. So we're expecting that to be completed by May the 16th. Now, it may take your teachers 2 days to complete one lesson, which typically it should be one lesson per day. But as they're getting more familiar, it may take them a little bit longer. So please note that 30 modules may take them longer than 30 days. So with that being said, we need to schedule ahead for the intervention for Do the Math so that we will be completed by May the 16th, 2025. Our desire is for teachers to become more familiar with this program, and so that when we begin school for the 25-26 school year, our math teachers and whoever's providing this intervention will be ready to go and have those lessons tailored down to 30 minutes per day. Lastly, on this slide, for those who have kindergarten in your building, please begin preparation for kindergarten registration, and that is scheduled for April the 28th through May the 2nd. Please also note that the kindergarten students in your building will be out of school on registration day, so please make notification for your parents so they will be aware of this date. On this slide, you see 2 links, and these links contain the most current ACAP blueprints and the most current proficiency level charts that Beth Barnes has shared with us earlier this week. Please be sure that your staff has access to these documents as we are leading up to ACAP. Our summer programs planning is scheduled for March the 20th at 10:30 a.m. This will be a virtual district planning meeting, and here is the link for you all to join this session. This session will be for principals, assistant principals, reading specialists, and math coaches as appropriate for your building, and we look forward to this collaboration. Since we are not meeting face-to-face in March for our principals meeting, you are asked to bring your digital literacy, computer science data for March and April to the April meeting. So once again, please bring the data for March and April to our April meeting, and we will complete our documentation at that time. We have seen this slide and this slide over the past few months. This is just a constant reminder for us that we need to be prepared for compliance as it relates to MTSS and PST. Please be sure to review this information and be prepared for compliance. It is coming. We have had our first meeting with 6th grade math teachers regarding the district middle school math competition. Some of them were not able to attend that meeting for various reasons, but a recording was sent to each of those teachers. And I believe you all as principals were copied in that email with all the information as well. 6th grade math teachers should be submitting the names of their 5 students to me today, which is March the 7th, and their next virtual meeting is scheduled for March the 11th at 3:30. The link has been provided. We look forward to our first middle school math competition. This concludes our curriculum and instruction announcements and updates. We thank you for your instructional leadership. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns after you have watched this recording and reviewed the attached presentation in Google Classroom. Thank you so much once again, and have a wonderful Friday.